Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to give you guys a heads up on the awesome new Humble Choice that is live right now. I think it's a really good one. I know the headlining game has a little bit of controversy, to say the least, attached to it with everything that went down with the publisher and the developers, but we'll talk about it. Also want to give you guys a heads up on a couple of other Humble bundles. One of them is ending very shortly, and I think you guys should take advantage of it if you have some interest in those games, and some good deals at our friends at Green Man Gaming and Games Planet, so we'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, the August 2023 Humble Choice is live right now, and boy oh boy is this a good one. Right off the top, you get Disco Elysium the Final Cut. Awesome game, just a fantastic narrative driven game that is a little slower paced, is mature, very much choice driven. Like, choice is at the heart of this game, and it turned out really well. Has a great aesthetic and visual style, and overall the writing is excellent. I just had a lot of positive thoughts about Disco Elysium. It's a great game, very replayable. Obviously, there was a lot of turmoil that went down with the developers and publishers of the game. You can look into that yourself. But the game itself is excellent, and I would highly recommend it. So that is one of the titles. Chivalry 2, that's a great one, and this is the Steam copy of Chivalry 2, which is great to see. Medieval Warfare, you guys know the deal with this. Multiplayer action here. They've been updating the game, consistently adding new content, so that's a nice addition here. Road 96 is also on here. Trek to Yomi, which is a game that I really liked. However, it launched at, I believe it was $20, and unfortunately was just a really short game. You can complete it in like 3 to 4 hours. Has a little bit of replayability, but really that was the game's undoing. But now that it's just a tertiary game and a part of a Humble bundle, like, that's fantastic, and I would definitely recommend it. You also get Arcade Paradise, Such Art, a Genius Artist Simulator, Such Art, Genius Artist Simulator, Tin Can, Hot Brass as well. Obviously, I'm not familiar with some of the lower key titles, but, with Chivalry 2, Disco Elysium, Trek to Yomi, I'd have to say that this is a awesome bundle that, if you don't have any of those games, that it's going to be worthwhile for you to check this one out. So, I would recommend it. Disco Elysium is a great title, however, it's not for everybody. I remember I talked to one of my buddies and I recommended him Disco Elysium, and obviously it's a slower paced game. And he was just like, bro, like, why are you recommending this game? Like, after playing it, he was like, bro, why'd you recommend me this game? It's nothing that he was into, but, you guys might have a difference of opinion, given if you like story-driven games, slower-paced titles, and again, more mature games. Disco Elysium is one that I think a lot of you guys will enjoy. Chivalry 2, a good time from a multiplayer standpoint, and Trek to Yomi, I think, is a pretty underrated game, but definitely not worth a full $20. So the fact that it is in this bundle, I think, adds a lot of value. All right, moving on from that, CyberPunk Playground Bundle. This is wrapping up in just the next day, and if you have any interest in it, I would recommend you to snag it up ASAP. The top bundle, the top tier, I should say, is $15, and for $15, I think this is a great bundle. You got Anno Mutationum, which is a game that I enjoyed. Maybe the overall $25 price, I think it was, is a little high, but has a great art style, and I think that's what captured most people's attention when it came to Anno Mutationum. I really enjoyed the game, and I would give it a recommendation, and the fact that it's in this bundle really makes it a lot more accessible from a price point standpoint. You have Observer System Redux, Gungrave Gore, Ghost Runner, which is great, Ghost Runner 2 coming in 2023, Severed Steel. You'll get a coupon code for 40% off Ghost Runner Project Hell. That is the expansion for Ghost Runner, Cloudpunk, and Voltage High Society. Value-wise, this bundle is absolutely tremendous, and I would highly recommend it. Just right off the rip, Anno Mutationum, I believe, was $16 as a part of the Steam Summer Sale. With this bundle, you get it and a bunch of other games for $15. That's well worth it, and I would say definitely a great buy. So go check that out. Definitely something I would recommend. Baldur's Gate and Beyond bundle, the top tier is $12. That gets you Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, Neverwinter Nights Complete, Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition, Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear, Baldur's Gate Faces of Good and Evil, Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition, and Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition. All of that will be $12, and there is a lesser tier, but it's $6 for Planescape and Icewind Dale. I would get the $12 tier. You get so much more content, and we are coming up on the release of Baldur's Gate 3. A lot of hype and anticipation, and that actually comes out in just a couple days. August the 3rd for Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm sure people are going to lose their lives to that game, and, it's not really the type of game that I get super into, the Larian Studios games. Like, I understand why people love them, and I do enjoy the games, but, you know, it's not one that I'm like super stoked for, but I'm sure like the game is gonna come out, it's gonna get like 10 out of 10s everywhere, and then I'm gonna just be like, all right, let me try it out, and then I'll probably lose an absurd amount of my life to the game as well. So I'll be right there with you guys as well. Obviously the game is in early access right now, full $60 for Baldur's Gate 3, but there you go with that. If you want something a little bit cheaper, the Baldur's Gate and Beyond bundle, $12 for that. All right, moving on from that, we have two deals that I do want to highlight over on Green Man Gaming and Games Planet. First of all, Green Man Gaming, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is the star deal. XP offer 54% off for $31.91. Now, I talked to a lot of people that want to pick this game up, and the issue is the price point. This came out at $70 on PC and on Steam, which was just egregious. I know there was a launch discount, but like dropping $70 on FF7 is just a bit of a crazy ask, given that this game came out in early 2020. Now, the difference here is you do get the base game and you get the intermission expansion, which is nice. That expansion is centered around Yuffie. It's a nice piece of additional content, and it was actually pretty decent. And it kind of bridges you into FF7 Remake Part 2, which I'm sure we'll be able to play on PC in like 2025, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But nonetheless, FF7 Remake I thought was great. Obviously, this is the first portion of what is slated to be a trilogy of games, so keep that in mind. You're not getting the entirety of the FF7 story, and the FF7 story is kind of turned on its head, to say the least, with Remake. I don't think that's really a spoiler at this stage of the game. Like, most people know what's up. If you want to play the original and experience the original story, you can find that readily available, and you can get that on the cheap. Remake is something different, and I'm excited to see where it goes in the future, because either it's going to be really good, or it's going to be a train wreck, and we can all laugh at it. So either way, we're going to have a good time with it, in my opinion. And lastly, I do want to give a shout to Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, which is available at Games Planet for 87% off for $3.75. Pretty good price here for Dragon's Dogma. Obviously, it's a game that shows a little bit of age, but I think it's overall a game that everybody should play, especially ahead of Dragon's Dogma 2. Like, everybody's super excited for Dogma 2, so why not play Dogma 1? Even if it's a little bit on the challenging side, it does have some clunkiness to it, but the PC version was pretty darn good, and for $3.75, you really can't go wrong with that, and I would give it a strong recommendation. But that is going to do it for me. Again, excellent Humble Choice bundle here. This is one of the better ones of the year. Disco Elysium, Chivalry 2, and Trek to Yomi already right off the rip add a lot of value to this bundle, so I would strongly recommend that. CyberPunk Playground bundle, that is a great bundle, so definitely recommend that. And Baldur's Gate and Beyond, that bundle is quite good ahead of the release of Baldur's Gate 3. If you don't want to spend $60 on that, maybe this is something you want to check out instead. And then you got Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, a great game. The price point is always going to be a little bit higher. Square Enix games tend to hold up in price, especially Square Enix JRPGs, so the fact is, this for $31.91 if you are an XP member, I think is quite good. Currently, the store deal across the summer sale that GMG is running, which is excellent. And Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, 87% off for $3.75. Pretty good deal on that as well. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button, so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.